Warriors.
Good Wednesday morning. It is hump day. Wednesday.
Good morning, y'all. How you doing?
It is time for Wednesday Wins with your Wealth Warriors. It is myself, Ryan Hobbs, and Tyler Van Kaken with you. Good morning to everybody that's joining us, and what a glorious morning it is. I know it is hump day, which a lot of us enjoy because it is halfway through the work week. Fortunately for us, we don't necessarily have to worry about those halfway to the weekend sort of things anymore, right, Tyler?
True. But somehow we still look forward to the weekends. I don't really know how that works, but you're right. We do have the advantage of being able to work from home and doing the things we want to do on a daily basis whenever things come up. Hump day is something that has been majorly ingrained into my mind over the last 20 years of working in the workforce.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding. So, but again, welcome everybody that's joining us. As always, let's go over our housekeeping rules. If you happen to be watching us live, make sure you leave us that hashtag live. And if you're watching us on a replay, go ahead and give us a hashtag replay. And if you have any questions whatsoever during the live broadcast or the replay, go ahead and put those questions in the comments. We'll be happy to answer them either on air or off. So once again, we are here to help you guys get started with your online businesses. You know, us as Wealth Warriors, we have seen our fair share of success in this business over the last couple of years. And our goal today is to help you guys find the success that you have been looking for to either escape that 9-to-5 rat race so you don't have to worry about the hump day, or just get you a little bit more of that time freedom. We talk about time freedom all of the time. And I want to share a little bit of my own Wednesday win today, is the fact that my 8-year-old daughter just joined the children's choir this last week, and today was her first performance in front of the school. And being able to go watch that performance was something absolutely amazing for me and for Megan to be able to go do that. Before, we weren't able to take those kind of opportunities. We would have missed those types of things. But because of our online business and our affiliate marketing business that we've been able to, be successful at, it gives us that time freedom to go enjoy those things. So we're not missing out on the sporting events or the events that happen at school. So again, a great morning for me. That's why I'm so energetic, because we've been able to go to that performance of the choir for the children this morning and see our daughter for the first time singing with the choir, which was absolutely amazing. And again, it is all due to the fact that I don't have a 9-to-5 anymore. I fired the boss, sort of say, a couple of years ago. Don't have to ask somebody to go take a break, go on vacation, go check out my daughter at children's choir this morning, things like that. I am my own boss, and it's absolutely amazing to be able to do those things. And so we want you guys out there that are watching us every day, following us every day, and watching our journey to be able to experience those exact same things. And so that's what we're here. That's what we talk about. We talk about what we do in our business, how we got to the success where we're at, how to help you guys get to the success that you're looking for as well. So again, if you have any questions whatsoever during the broadcast, make sure that you drop those in the comments. We can share those here up on the screen. And again, if you guys want to know more about how we got started and what we do exactly, feel free to reach out to us. Leave us a hashtag Wealth Warriors in that comment section, and we'll be able to reach out to you with more information. So again, it is Wednesday Wins, and we're going to talk about some of our student wins here in just a few minutes as we get going. We've been very blessed and fortunate to have students come through our program, and we're showing them the exact strategies and frameworks that we have used to be successful in our own businesses, to allow our students to come in and within 90 days, whether they're just starting or whether they've been at this maybe for a couple of months or even years, within 90 days, we're getting our students to 10K in commissions. And it's absolutely great to see. And we're going to show you some of those wins today. We're getting students to be able to come into the program and leave their 9-to-5s and be able to work on their online business solely as their main focus and as their priority. So again, if you're willing to put in just a little bit of work and some effort, we can show you what we've done over the last couple of years to be successful in our businesses.
Absolutely. Wednesday. I like that. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday wins. Ryan kind of hit the nail on the head there with being able to experience life without having to be encumbered by a boss that doesn't want you to leave work or any of those things. And I really feel that as well, because that is the whole reason why I started my online business. It was because I didn't want to have to ask somebody for permission anymore, to be able to take a holiday or to be able to take a day off, or, hey, I got to go here and deal with something over there, whatever the case may be. Right. I wanted to have that freedom. And that to me is the biggest win. That is the biggest accomplishment that I have accomplished with doing my online business, more than the money, more than anything really. The thing that I really hold and cherish the most about having this online business, the way that it is set up for me, is that I truly do have that time freedom to where, I can go fishing, I can go, visit my parents on the mainland, I can go, hang out with a buddy during the week if their days are off during the week or whatever the case may be, right? And I don't have a boss that is telling me like, oh, well, your vacation days are actually up. You only get 2 weeks a year of vacation days, of paid vacation days. And it's like, just because I only get, and I used to say this to my boss. I used to say to him, you do know that 2 weeks of paid vacation is just 2 weeks of paid vacation. I can still take as many days off as I want that are unpaid, right? And he was like, well, that's not how that works. And I said, yeah, it is. It's just I have 2 weeks of paid vacation days. But if I need more than that, I can still take another week off and be unpaid. They didn't seem to like that very much. They didn't seem to think that that was the reality of the situation, but it truly is the reality of the situation. They cannot hold my nose to the grindstone and say, you're not allowed to take a week off because you have no more paid vacation days. Like, okay, I just have no more paid vacation days. I can still take some time off. But it was always a battle and a fight. And it was always, like pulling teeth to try and even get a couple of extra days off, or to get a long weekend off or something like that, right? And just the sheer fact that I don't have to go through that anymore, I consider that to be one of my biggest wins in starting this online business. And I hope for you guys out there that you guys can get to a place where that is considered a win for you, because honestly, it is a huge factor, and it feels pretty damn good not to have to go and walk into the boss's office and beg, borrow, and steal for, a couple days off here, or you want to go on a fishing trip, or you want to go on a hunting trip or something like that. So I think that's a pretty darn good win. At least I feel like it's a good win.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And it's funny that we're talking about. I want to talk a little bit more about vacation wins, because there's so many things that are wrong with that whole, paid vacation thing. And I didn't really realize this until I got out and became an entrepreneur and looked back at things. It was always, you're right. It was always a struggle to be able to ask for, time off. It had to be, first of all, it had to be approved. We put a request in, it had to be approved. Now, all right, that's fine. Get your vacation time approved if you get vacation time. And some people, may not even get vacation time, or if they do, they're only getting 1 or 2 weeks. And what's 1 or 2 weeks out of, 52 weeks in a year? That's a very small amount of time. But most of us, when we do go on vacation, we're so consumed with our job, our full-time job, and what we have to come back to. And, I've talked about it many times, that whole countdown on vacation, hop in the car to take a week's vacation. And the first thing that rolls through my mind is, crap, I only got 6 days left. I only got 5 days left. So if you have ever felt like that, give me a 1 in the comments, because I know there's a lot of you out there that do that vacation countdown every time that you hit the vacation. And whether you're relaxing on the beach, or you're visiting a great big city for the first time and catching all the things, the sights to see and everything, in the back of your mind, you're always thinking about, man, I've only got so many days to get back to work. I've only got so many days to relax on my vacation, but yet I'm thinking about work. Or there's so many of us out there that take vacation time and we're still working on our vacation time.
That's the kicker.
Yeah, that is. The boss calls us. Hey, where's this at? Hey, how do I do this? I'm on vacation. But they don't see those boundaries. When you're tied to a 9 to 5 and you're in that rat race, they don't see those boundaries. They don't see that. They feel that they have just, lore over you, to be able to do whatever. And like Tyler said, yeah, you can take unpaid vacation time, you can take unpaid time off, but we're afraid of the retaliation that is going to happen if we do something like that. Is my job going to be there when I come back? And as much as we like to say, we're secure in our job, and we talk about job security, and it's a huge thing out there, right? And I remember feeling the same way. I was like, man, I'm good. I got a paycheck coming. I'm good. I got a job. The truth of the matter is, they can fire you like that and have somebody else sitting in your seat tomorrow without your boss even blinking. And I know that there's a lot of people out there going, well, shoot, I've got them in a corner. I'm the only one that knows this. I'm the only one that knows that. I promise you, if something, God forbid, if something were to happen to you today, they're going to have a replacement in that chair tomorrow to start learning those things that only you knew. So,
100%.
we go through those tough times. And I remember the very first time I took a vacation after I became an entrepreneur and our affiliate marketing business was starting to take off, and I took a vacation. And it was amazing at the fact that I sat there and I didn't worry about, man, I got to do this when I get back. I got to do this when I get back. I got this going on. Oh, crap. They're probably going to be calling me tomorrow wanting to know how to do this. The very first time I went on vacation as I was an entrepreneur and our business was doing well, I didn't think about any of those. I didn't do the dreaded vacation countdown thing. As a matter of fact, this past June, we actually took a 2-week vacation. It was the very first time ever having to do this. We still took a week. We were with our family, hanging out with them and everything. And it was awesome because as they were packing up at the end of the 1-week vacation to head back home to the old humdrum 9 to 5s and everything else that they had to do, I'm like, I'll have another one while I'm sitting on the beach. And you guys are headed back home to your jobs. And it's just that freedom that it provides you when you have the ability to do those things. And we talk about, again, that time freedom. We talk about financial freedom. We talk about time freedom. It's not always about money. It's about that ability to live that lifestyle that we want to live on our terms, not somebody else's terms. And I'm telling you, if you can get to that point, it is an amazing feeling, and you will not ever want to go back to that rat race.
So here's one for you guys, and this one might resonate because it's not always just about vacations and taking the time for yourself, and the fact that it's so hard to get that from your boss. In 2020 or 2019, my grandmother passed away, and my whole family's from overseas in Europe, in Holland. So I had to travel there and travel back and do the whole funeral deal and all that kind of thing, right? Well, at our job, we have bereavement leave, but that bereavement leave is only 3 days at the maximum. And, it was going to take me a day's worth of travel just to get there, a day's travel just to get back. Basically a day and a half, really. By the time you cut in the time zone change and all that kind of stuff, it was basically my 3 days of bereavement was up. And I'm telling you what, I had to pull teeth. I had to beg, borrow, and steal. I had to find my own coverage. The company basically was like, well, you get 3 days of bereavement, and if you need more time than that, you're going to have to figure out how to make that work on your own. And we don't really want you to go for any length of time. I mean, your bereavement allotment is 3 days. Everybody gets 3 days. You're nobody special. So we don't really feel that you need to go to this thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is somebody that I really care about in my life, somebody that I visit once a year, once every other year, to go back and go to Europe and see my family and stuff like that. It's not like I don't have any contact with my grandmother or anything like that. And, just those words coming from my boss that basically they were diminishing the fact that I didn't really need to go and spend time with my family and be there with my family, during those times, was extremely hard to hear. And really, like, it was probably in that moment, I'm thinking back to it now, it was probably in that moment that I was literally the most frustrated I've ever been as a worker bee. And pretty much the moment when I decided that something was going to change in the very near future. I didn't know what it was at the time. I didn't know how I was going to accomplish it at the time. But after experiencing that kind of behavior from my boss, and, ultimately I went, and I honestly just went. I honestly, I took my 3 days of bereavement, and then I just told him, I said, I'll be back when I'm back. And they said, what do you mean you'll be back when you're back? And I said, listen, if you're going to treat me like this, I'm going to treat you like this. I'll be back when I'm back. Don't worry about it. And if I don't have a job when I get back, that's also fine. You guys go ahead and find somebody else. That's totally cool. Well, guess what? I think I was there for about 10 days, got back, and there was actually nobody in my truck. There was nobody in my office chair. They were waiting for me to come back. They were happy to have me back. They were actually experiencing things that they'd never experienced before because I wasn't there, and I wasn't answering emails. I wasn't answering phone calls. I wasn't doing any of the things that they thought that I would do while I was on my bereavement leave. And, but from that moment on, really, I was like, I'm not going to ever allow a boss or a company to have that kind of power over me ever. I'm going to do what I need to do, and consequences be damned. If I lost my job that day and I got back and I lost my job, you know what? There's a bunch of other jobs out there, and I know that I'm a hard worker, and I know that I have contacts out in the industry that I can go and find a job tomorrow and it'll be all fine. And I can explain my situation to those people, and they would be like, oh, hell yeah, man, good thing you went. You should have gone. Like, I'm glad you stood up for yourself. And, I think that's something that's missed out there too, is that we think that our job, we think that our boss does have this lure over us and has this ball and chain attached to us. But excuse me, when you ultimately do stand up for yourself and you do set those boundaries, it actually can be in your benefit. And you do need to set those boundaries with those people because, man, they take a mile. They do every single time. I mean, there was a couple comments in here. Where did I see it? I saw they act like 2 weeks off with pay makes up for the shitty pay and the shitty working conditions. I mean, they absolutely do think that way, and it's bullshit. Like, it's total bullshit. We have to set our boundaries, and we have to make sure that we are in good working conditions, or that we're getting the time that we need, the recharge that we need. Because honestly, I mean, how many of you out there are literally worked to the bone? You're working 8, 10, 12 plus hours every single day, every single week, and you're burnt out as hell. You get home on a Friday night, you probably have some drinks and you're tired. And then Saturday, maybe you go out and do a couple things on a Saturday, but by the time Sunday rolls around, you're still feeling super burnt out. And now you got the whole worry that, oh my God, my week's going to start off all over again. And, those are the kind of scenarios that we want to get you guys away from here in the future, because, not having that looming over us anymore. I mean, Ryan, how good does it feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. And I sit here and I kind of, I'm talking about this and I listen to Tyler talk about this, and I try to imagine myself back where I was just a couple of years ago in your shoes, as you're sitting here and you're watching us talk about this and you're listening to us talk about it. Everybody's in agreement. I see it. The comments are coming in, yes, I feel that way. Or, when they're talking about, you got to break up your vacation. Some bosses won't let you take a full week of vacation. You got to take 2 days here or 3 days there, things like that. And I look at all those comments and I remember what it was like before I had this mindset of where I'm at now. And I know Tyler can attest to this. Before we had an online business, for me, my situation is a little bit different than Tyler's. I actually lost my job, and I decided, instead of going out and finding another job, I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to find something online that I could work and provide for my family and have that lifestyle that we look for. So for me, it was an opportunity that I was like, all right, yes, I can go out and get another 9 to 5, or I can try this out. And I'm going to tell you right now, that was scary as hell, trying to think about that and figure out if this is something that I can do, because I just lost my job. So, I mean, I was scared to death on whether or not I can make this work. Okay. So that's how my journey started. Many of you out there that already have a job, you feel the exact same way that we're talking about right now. You feel the exact same way towards your boss or towards your employer, where they're not giving you the vacation time that you want, or maybe you have to use your vacation time when you're sick. Or for those parents out there, give me a 2 if this is you. You have to use up your vacation time or save your vacation time in case the little ones get sick, because your employer won't give you the time off to take care of your kids. And we know how the kids get sick. And so if you have to use your vacation time, that means no vacation time for you to be able to travel and do the things that you want to do. You got to save that stuff up in case the kids get sick. And I know what that's like. I've been there. And again, if you're one of those people and you feel that way, we didn't get to this mindset overnight. Tyler didn't get to his mindset overnight. You know, for Tyler, his situation was a little bit different. He was still working his 9 to 5, and he found affiliate marketing online and said, you know what? I think I'm going to give this a shot. Even though I'm working my butt to the bone here and I don't have a whole lot of time, he saw the potential and he saw the opportunity. And even though it was a little bit of a risk, he saw that opportunity that he'd been looking for. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take 2 or 3 hours a day, even though I'm dog ass tired, and I'm gonna work on this business and I'm gonna see what I can do. And within 6 months of doing that and putting that work and that hard effort into it, he came up for air and goes, you know what? Man, I'm making just as much money in my affiliate marketing business as what I'm making at my full-time job. Now I've got options. Now it's coming time. You know what? Next time that boss pisses me off, I'm going to fire the boss. I've got those options now at this point. And you know what? That's what we want you guys to do. We're not telling you to go out there and burn the boats right now and burn the lifeboats and quit your job and start doing affiliate marketing. No, what we're trying to do is let you guys know that there's other options out there. And this is something you can get started with in what little bit of spare time that you have. And I get it. You're all out there going, Ryan, I'm busy as hell. How in the hell am I going to do that? I get it. You know, I'm a full-time online entrepreneur. I've got a family. We've got school events. We've got church events. We've got soccer. We've got basketball. We have all these things that are going on. And it's hard to find the time to do these things. But I promise you, if you're wanting to change your life, you're wanting to get out from underneath not having that vacation time or that boss that doesn't really care about you and your family. If you're wanting to get out of that lifestyle and find a new lifestyle, you have to take action and take some of these steps. Start learning some of these processes. Start learning some of these skills that will provide you with that opportunity. Yes, it looks like a risk. And right now, in the mindset that you're in, it's tough to make those choices. I remember when we first got started, it was tough for us to make these choices. But I promise you, looking back now, 2 years down the road, and what we've been able to accomplish and build and what we're doing for our families and the lifestyles that we're leading and Tyler over here being able to go fishing whenever he wants and things like that and not have to worry about asking somebody else if they can go to the bathroom or whatever it might be that you do at your job. We don't have that worry anymore. It's taken us some time to get there, but you can do this while you still have a job. Work on it on the side. Go ahead, Tyler.
Absolutely. I mean, and here's something I want to talk about. Let's talk about this. How do you get started for an hour or two a day? Because a lot of people out there, you know, you might see on social media, you might see on TikTok, you know, like you can't start a business for an hour or two a day. And it's unrealistic to think that you could build a successful business with an hour or two a day. And what's an hour or two a day really going to get me in the end? And listen, I'm here to tell you that it honestly does take an hour or two a day in the very beginning just to get started, to learn the craft, to understand the material, to understand the process of what has to happen with affiliate marketing. You know, when I first started, like Ryan said, I was working a full-time job. I didn't have a whole lot of time to give. You know, I was able to give, you know, basically 2 hours in the evenings, afternoons after work. And that's all the time I had. I was dog tired after that. I still had to make dinner. I still had to get ready for the next day, all these other things. I still had yard work that needed to get done, housework that needed to get done, all of these things, right? And I want you to understand that, yes, Ryan and I, now that we do this full time, we work way more than 1 to 2 hours per day on our businesses. But that is not necessarily how we started building this business. I literally only had like 2 hours a day to be able to function and work on my business. That's all the brain power that I could muster up to give to my business because of all the other things that I had on my mind working a regular 9 to 5 job. Okay. So it is realistic that you can get started on 1 to 2 hours per day, because here's the thing, those hours compound over time. We are not talking about overnight success here. We're talking about long-term success, long-term business strategies, evergreen business strategies. Those don't happen over a day, a week, a month, even 6 months sometimes, I mean, like Ryan said, I worked at this for 6 hard months to get to where I was literally supplementing my income. That didn't happen overnight. I didn't just magically make 5 grand the next day when I started doing affiliate marketing. No, I had to put in compound effort, an hour here, 2 hours there, 2 hours there, 2 hours there. And I had to keep doing that day after day after day until that compounded into what I have now. And now that I'm able to work this full time and not have a 9 to 5 job that is holding me back from reaching my goals, I actually have time to focus more time on my business. And absolutely, do I spend 4, 6, 8 hours on my business some days? You're damn rights I do, because I see the potential in what I'm doing here. But I see so many people out there on social media bashing the fact that you can't start a business 1 to 2 hours a day. Hell yeah, you can, because you got to start somewhere. You don't know what you don't know. It starts with consuming a 45-minute video on YouTube one night, and maybe that's all you do for that night. Well, that's only 45 minutes. But that's where you got to start. And then the next night, maybe you watch something else, and maybe you implement something here. Maybe that's an hour and a half worth of work. Okay, well, now collectively you've done 2 hours and 15 minutes worth of work over the last 2 days, right? And then you're going to do that day after day. Now all of a sudden, over the course of a week, you're at 8 or 10 hours of working on your business over the course of a week. That's a significant amount of time. Honestly, working on your business, that's pretty darn good when you're already working a 9 to 5, you're taking care of the kids, you're making dinners, you're mowing lawns, you're washing windows, you're over at your brother's house helping him fix the car, whatever the case may be, right? So just to be able to put in 8 hours in a week into your business when you're first getting started, that's perfect. That's all we're asking you guys to do. And it is the beginning to something better in the future. But it's that compound effort interest that is going to get you to where you want to be. So understand that you don't have to dive in and put 6, 8 hours a day and right away into affiliate marketing or into your business. You can definitely get started on 1 to 2 hours a day. It's not unrealistic.
Yeah, indeed. And we've talked a lot about, those pains of our 9 to 5, but let's talk about what we're here for. Let's really talk about what we are here for you guys that are watching this live or you're watching this on the replay. What the Wealth Warriors bring to you is that opportunity that we've been talking about for the last 30 minutes. And that's that opportunity to get away from that 9 to 5. It's that opportunity to learn the high income skills that you need to be successful in this industry. And what that's all about is, we've got an amazing program that is taking people and lifting them up, giving them that knowledge and that information in a way that I haven't seen ever before. As mentioned multiple times on our broadcast, we've been through several different programs and courses and mentors and things like that throughout our 2-year journey. But I have never seen one quite like this. The fact that you have a young man that has been able to go from basically nothing and build a multiple 7-figure business. And he's showing everybody the exact blueprint that he utilized to do that. And not only is he showing you that blueprint and giving that to you in his program, but he's also there in the trenches with you day in and day out, providing you the support that nobody else is willing to give you without charging a freaking arm and a leg for it. That is probably the single best thing about the program that we talk about, is that support. Yes, we've been in a lot of programs. I've watched so many videos, I can't even see straight. I hate sitting down and watching videos to learn stuff only to get to the end of it going, what in the hell do I do now? There are so many people out there that watch these videos and buy these programs. And at the end of the day, they sit there and go, I'm so overwhelmed. Yes, I've got a lot of information, but what in the world do I do with it? That's where this young man is coming in on the back end with support to help these people not only learn the information, but figure out how to implement that information. And that's why us as the Wealth Warriors have teamed up with him to bring you our Wealth Warrior team and our strategies. As the Wealth Warrior coaches, there are 7 of us that have amassed over $500,000 in commissions in the last 2 years doing affiliate marketing. So it's fair to say we've got some good strategies. They work. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to help you guys. And so as the Wealth Warrior team, we're taking this young man's product, his program, his support, and what we're doing is we're adding on our support as the Wealth Warriors as a bonus to those people that join this young man in his program. That's how confident we are in our students getting results through this program. Again, I mentioned it earlier. Our students are seeing 10K commissions within 90 days, and there's a reason why. It's that support. So the program itself is wonderful in the fact that, this is one of the first programs I've actually been able to sit down and watch videos of. Because as you can tell, I don't sit during these broadcasts. I can't do it. My chairs are back here behind me. I can't sit still that long to sit there and watch hours and hours of videos. I fall asleep. I get bored. My mind starts to wonder about the other hundreds of things that I have to do, and I don't stay focused on the videos. This young man has done an excellent job of creating these videos to show people what to do, to keep them engaged. It's one of the first I've ever seen to be able to do that. And even myself, I can sit down and watch these videos. And then beyond that, the support that he gives with coaching people and helping people. And like I said, he's in the trenches. It's him himself, not some VA, not some other person that he's hired to deal with or talk with people. It's him himself. So we have joined and partnered with him in this program to also bring our support, the Wealth Warriors. For those of you that don't know, we have put together an amazing bonus package to help our students with this program. They're already getting a great program and great support from this young man. But you know what? We're adding to that. We're also giving you, from the Wealth Warriors, we're giving you weekly lifetime coaching. We're giving you a Telegram group that you can get in and chat with people 24/7. Yes, I said 24/7 because out of us 7 coaches that we have here, we're spread out all over the world. And so we can actually, in fact, say we have 24/7 support in this Telegram group. We've got an amazing 100K Accelerator Facebook group that we're cultivating and nurturing these people and coaching them in so that we're there for them when they have their questions. How many times have you gotten into a program and had questions, but you had nowhere to turn to? Or you had somebody to turn to and you ask your question, but they don't get back to you. Or if they do, it's a week or maybe 2 weeks later that they get back to you. And you've already lost interest and moved on. Or forgot what it was that you even asked them.
Yep.
The fact that we're bringing this bonus package to you guys as a complete bonus, and we're not charging dime one for that. All we're asking is you join this young man in his program to become one of his next 7-figure earners. And we bring that support to you. We've got a ton of students that have already done this. I'm actually going to show you some of them here in just a few seconds, but I'm going to give Tyler a chance to chat a little bit about what we're talking about.
I think one of the best parts about this program and what it's teaching students is the fact that you don't have to make hundreds of sales a month to make $10,000. You don't even have to make 50 sales a month to make $10,000. You don't even have to make 10 sales to make $10,000. Now that already seems crazy, but literally 5 sales a month would earn you $10,000. All right. You could literally be earning $2,000 and $5,000 commissions with high ticket affiliate marketing. And that is what we're helping our students to do and to build businesses for the long term so that they can literally have life-changing results and not have to go out and sell millions or hundreds or thousands of pieces of product at 10 cents or $1 or a few dollars, earning a couple of cents a commission or a couple dollars a commission. We don't have to do that. You guys can literally earn over $10,000 with just 5 sales per month, which is absolutely insane. Okay. This is high ticket affiliate marketing. This is the stuff that really changes lives. And just to talk about some of the wins here, I know that this isn't, excuse me, this isn't going to be on screen, but I just had one of my students reach out to me and He said, I've been posting videos since Monday, like you told me, and I had one of my videos hit 40K views, which is awesome. I'm so pumped. I just had my very first commission come in. I'm ready to get this thing trucking, and I'm pumped for
Awesome.
him. That's Dave Nelson, and I know he's going to be coming in and joining in with our mentor here very shortly. But I'm just excited to see that he's getting a win out there, and people are getting life changing results out there, and they're seeing the fruits of their labor. They're seeing the fruits of their 1 to 2 hours per day. This guy works full time. Okay, he's got a full time job. He's literally only able to put in 1 to 2 hours per day, but that compound interest over time, that compound effort over time is leading to getting results, and that's what matters.
Yeah, exactly. And there's so many people. We got the comments just to coming in, and it's people like Dave that this is what we're doing this for, to hit their first commissions. How many of you out there have been trying this, and you started affiliate marketing? Maybe you've been at it for maybe a couple of weeks, maybe you've been at it for a few months, but you just don't seem to be getting those conversions. You're not getting those commissions. It's a matter of, man, I feel like I'm doing the work. I'm doing what I need to be doing. I'm posting, but I just don't know what my hiccup is. That's what's wonderful about this program that we're talking about. And we got some of the people that have commented on this. The program actually brings them clarity on what it is that they're actually supposed to be doing. I'll admit, when we first got started, the first few weeks, yeah, I was building funnels and I was writing emails and doing all this BS stuff that, my first program told me that I needed to do, but we weren't seeing any results from it. And I kept thinking, well, I'm working hard. I'm doing the stuff. Why am I not seeing anything? What's going on? But I didn't have that clarity of exactly what I needed to do, how to go about doing things. So there's a difference between learning and watching videos and learning the skills and then having the clarity to be able to know exactly what steps you need to take to be successful. And that's what this program does. It brings that clarity to you to be able to give you the right steps to take and the actions to take. And then also on the back end of it with that support, there's the accountability. There's the accountability of people showing up and saying, hey, how are things going? What did you do right this week? What did you do wrong this week? What can we do better to better ourselves for next week? It's that accountability that people miss a lot of. And that generally, when you don't have that accountability, is where we put all that useless work in, sitting at our desk and creating funnels and writing emails and all this stuff. And then when we don't see the results, that's when we get in that valley of despair and be like, all right, well, obviously this doesn't work. I haven't had any results with it, so I'm going to move on to the next thing. And that's where this program differs. It keeps you focused on those priorities, those revenue generating activities that are actually going to help you get the results that you want and get those commissions that you are seeking. It's that clarity that everybody is getting through this program, and that's why we're seeing some of these results. So I do want to share with you some of the students that are coming through with some of this stuff right now. I've got Parker here up on the screen. He's been an amazing story, and I think, if I remember correctly, Parker is the one that just actually quit his 9 to 5 not too long ago because of some of the stuff he's been doing. He's one of our 10K Club award winners. He's got an amazing story about where he started from. We talk about people starting from zero and beginning a business and something that they can build and work at. And Parker is a prime example of one of those individuals. He's been able to get to that 10K Club award, and he's gone beyond that. All right.
He just had his first 20K month.
Yeah.
And Parker is a perfect example of someone that never quit. Okay. Parker had been working at this affiliate marketing thing for 6 months, and the most money that he'd ever amassed in 6 months consecutively was $10. $10. But he never, ever, ever quit. He saw the potential. He understood the potential. He had the drive. He knew that he was going to be able to find something and figure something out at some point that was going to get him the life-changing results that he was after. And honestly, it was our mentor and our Wealth Warrior team that was able to provide him with the life-changing results that he was after. And just after a short time, joining our mentors, he was already hitting his first commissions of 2K and 4K, and then went on to win the 10K award. And now he's already hit his first $20,000 month. In 1 month, he made $20,000. How much would that change your life? Like if you could put in 6 months of effort and only make $10, and then in your seventh and your eighth month you made over $30,000, would those 6 months of nothing be worth it? Hell yes, they would be
Yes,
worth it.
indeed.
Hell yes. That is that is literally the definition of hard work, perseverance, not giving up, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel even though it might be far away, but still walking towards it, still going after your goals. And that is so incredible, and it's something that you guys need to see in yourselves, that it's not going to happen overnight. It might not even happen next week or in the next month, but if you keep on going and you keep on putting that one foot in front of the other, you are eventually going to get to a place where you can too make $10,000, $20,000 a month. And how much would that change your life? How much debt would you be able to pay off? How many vacations would you be able to take your family on, right?
Yeah, indeed. Parker's been an amazing story, but we've also got Romney here. And again, this is another great story from somebody that came from a struggling situation. And again, one of our students that has not only showed up, but showed up in a storm of freaking fire with the results that she's been able to achieve. Again, you can see here she's pictured with her daughter. She's had, problems in the past of trying to figure out ways to get successful online, like many of us. We've tried different things, whether you've tried Amazon FBA or maybe you've tried, drop shipping, e-commerce, print on demand. We've all tried several different ones, and it wasn't until we got into the affiliate marketing industry that we figured out, all right, cool, this is something that can be done. I'm not going to say easy, but I will use the word simply. Okay. The tasks aren't hard. As long as you can be consistent, show up day in and day out, you can be just like Romney and getting some decent results. You can see here $3,200 in just 3 days. It's amazing to see what our students are actually accomplishing. Our goal, again, we've talked about this earlier in the broadcast, is for our students to hit 10K in commissions within 90 days. And you're seeing some people here that are doing it ahead of that schedule, and that's absolutely wonderful. But they've put in the work. They've been consistent with the things that we are showing them. They're showing up to the coaching calls. They're showing up in the Telegram group to ask their questions. That for me was a huge thing when we first got started. I was a little bit intimidated to ask questions because I felt, I should probably know this information. And so I was afraid of looking a fool to ask a question in front of other people. And what I quickly realized was, if I'm not asking questions, I'm not working my business and I'm not moving forward in my business. And this is what we tell a lot of our students. If you show up to calls and you have no questions, then you haven't been working in your business. Now, you can try to lie to me all day long and say, I've been working in my business and I'm doing fine and I have no questions. Bullshit is what we call on that. Because if you show up and you're working every day in your business, I promise you, you will have questions. And when we have answers to those questions, that's how we progress forward in our business. So again, just like Romney, you've got to show up. You've got to ask the questions. You've got to ask the right questions sometimes. All right. Don't be asking the same question week in and week out. We've had that happen before, but that's where us as accountability coaches can say, hey, wasn't that the same question that you asked last week and the week before that? We gave you the answer already 3 times. What have you done to get different questions? Okay. So again, we don't think there are any stupid questions. The only stupid question is the question you don't ask. But you have to ask those questions.
And guys, we ask questions. I mean, we have
yeah.
a mentor. Our mentor has a mentor. Our mentor's mentor probably has a mentor. I mean, I know guys that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars per year running online businesses and agencies, who are going and seeking out information from the Grant Cardones and the Gary V's and those type of people. They're already making millions of dollars, but they're still asking questions, trying to level up and level up and level up. And that's what it's all about. I mean, we all have questions, right? And to have a support structure to where you can go and you can constructively ask those questions and get positive answers in return and get actionable intel to put to work into your business, that is the most important factor for you. Because I mean, I know that I was lost in the beginning. I was afraid to ask questions too, right? But once you start realizing that when you start asking questions, the people that are doing what you already want to do, they see that you're asking those questions. They actually want to help you. They want to help you level up. They see that, okay, hey, this person isn't afraid to ask a question. This person isn't afraid to go, outside of the societal norm and start asking some questions, ask for directions. Every guy out there is like, like, I don't want to ask for directions, honey. Like, come on, we can figure this out on my own or whatever. Whether you're driving to a restaurant in some new town or whether you're starting a business, it doesn't really matter. You might not want to ask questions, but it's when you start asking questions that your mentors take notice, and that's when you start to fly underneath the wings of your mentor, and all of a sudden you start to level up real freaking quick.
Yep, indeed. Here I've got a couple of our students. We've got Brendan and Kristen. Brendan got his 10K Club Award back in July, at the end of July, I believe it was. And again, awesome to see that. Here, Kristen, she just got her. She's one of our newest 10K Club Award winners. Here Kristen is. She's a grandmother that was looking for a better life to provide for her and her family and her grandchildren. And somebody that didn't think that she could do this sort of thing online, didn't think she had the skills to be able to do something online and work on a computer and things like that. So with the program that we've been talking about here, we take all of that worry away with the fact that the program that we offer, and the young man that I was talking about earlier, that young man that's a multi 7-figure earner in this industry, is bringing you a program that is 90% done for you. 90% done for you. They set up all of the tech stuff. So earlier when we were talking about doing funnels and emails and all that other stuff, if you were like, what in the world is he talking about? That stuff's set up for you. Now, even though it's set up for you in the beginning, we do expect you to learn how to do those things along the way. But you can earn as you learn these steps and these skills. That's what's really nice about this program. That 90% done for you. We do the funnels, we do the emails. It's all done for you. You have a 7-figure team that creates that stuff for you and puts it into play for you. Then once you start to promote a product, you don't have to be on the phone selling anything. You have a 7-figure sales team that does all of the selling for you. So again, 90% is done for you. That's why you're seeing the results that you're seeing. Just here in the month of August, we have had 6 10K Club Award winners. That's $60,000 in just 6 of our students that we have had come in this last month. That doesn't include the $30,000 month that Megan and I had. It doesn't include the $10,000 or $15,000 that Tyler or Nate Nate and Daniel Cho, they're bringing in $30,000, $40,000, and $50,000 a month with this. Okay, we're just talking about our students and our students' results. 6 10K Club Award winners in August, $60,000. Look at some of these other students of ours that have had success within this program. All of these have earned, their first among many of $2,000 commissions. Like Tyler said, that's just with one sale. You see all these $2,000 commissions here. That's one sale for these people. And they're getting this on a consistent basis.
Absolutely. It's just amazing to see our students, taking the reins, changing their lives, being able to go out there and make a serious difference for their families is just, honestly, it's an incredible feeling as a coach to be able to see that happening, with our students. And the other great thing is that they're also working their way up to some of the most incredible bonuses that our mentor has ever put out. And, there's an opportunity here to literally earn $100,000 cash bonus, and bonuses all the way down to even just $5,000 with making a few sales. And the best part is too is that our mentor recognizes that not everybody necessarily wants to go out and promote whatever it is that we've got going on, and he doesn't care about that. If you use his methods to promote any product out there, he will literally give you a 10K award once you earn your first 10K online. That's how confident he is in his methods that work across the board for any product in any niche possible. All right. And that's honestly the power of it, guys, is like, once you understand how to be a marketer, once you understand how to do affiliate marketing, once you understand how to earn your first couple commissions, you can literally plug this in to whatever it is that you want. And you are going to learn some of the best high income skills that the internet has to offer: copywriting, funnel building, social media management. All of this kind of stuff is all six-figure income potential, all of it, not just the affiliate marketing side of things. So it's pretty amazing to see our students taking the reins, and our students really crushing it out there, and able to get some life-changing results. And exactly, 6 people earning over $60,000 in just the last month alone is just absolutely incredible. Because think to yourself, how would an extra $10,000 change your life if you could earn that in the next 90 days? What would that do for you?
Yep, indeed. And even though I got to apologize to you, Tyler, I told you we were going to keep this one a little bit short today, but we kind of seem to have gone a little long. But yeah, I know. Before we end, I want to share one more success story with you from our student Colette. Colette has been actually doing affiliate marketing for a little over a year. All right. And she was with a particular program, and she was doing all right. She was seeing some results. All right. She was seeing a few results, but not what she really wanted to. All right. She came into this program with us. She became a wealth warrior, and she started to use and implement the teachings that she's learning here within our team and our mentors team. And she was able to bring in $10,000 in commissions within just a couple of weeks. And then after that, a month of being in the program, she was able to put in her 2-week notice to finally leave her 9 to 5 and focus solely on her affiliate marketing business. So again, another win for one of our Wealth Warrior students. And I promise you, I keep saying we're going to bring her in. We're going to have an interview with her. I was hoping to do it this week, but it may be next week. But I promise you, we are going to bring you that interview from Colette. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So make sure that you're watching whatever page, profile, YouTube channel, whatever it is that you're watching on. Make sure that you select the option to get notifications for when we go live. We've had a great Wednesday win edition of our broadcast today, and tomorrow we're going to be bringing you Thirsty Thursday. It's where we're hoping you're going to be drinking up all the knowledge that we can provide to you and how to get successful with this business. I'm tired of saying how to get started with this business because I know a lot of you already have. We're going to start saying about how you can get successful with this business. And that's by joining us in the Wealth Warrior team, joining us with our mentor to be able to help you find the success that you have been searching for, that you've been yearning for so long and have yet to be able to find. You're going to find it with the Wealth Warrior team, I promise. Our students are doing it every day. So again, thank you so much for joining us. If you are watching this on a replay, don't be shy. Go ahead, give us that hashtag replay. And if you got any questions about whatever we've talked about throughout this broadcast, even though you're watching the replay, make sure you go ahead and drop that question in the comments. We'll make sure we get back to you. But again, we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Have a great hump day. We'll see you tomorrow. Tyler, you got any lasting words there?
No, it's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining in on the broadcast. We really appreciate all your support. And if you guys have any questions, again, reach out to Ryan or myself, Megan, and we'll be happy to help you guys out and steer you in the right direction. So have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks a lot, guys.